Hey.
You're very tall.
Yeah, I know. Most of my blocking in film and TV is like looking for change on the floor.
So, with season 2 of Lodge 49 starting, where are we going to find Scott? What's going on with him?
Oh, dear Lord. Well, be careful what you wish for, right? So, Scott wanted the power, and Scott has the power. So, now the question is, what do you do with that?
Now, how much power does he really have? It sounds like...
Well, it's, you know what? It's more, how much power does he really want? You know, I think the thing with Scott is that he absolutely has. The thing about Scott is that he has the best of intentions. Like it's not power for his sake. It's power because he honestly believes he's the one that can lead the charge, right? So, but you know, and to be a general, you need an army that'll follow you.
And how are his relationships with the various members of his army at the moment?
Well, here's the thing. I think Scott is actually a really likable character, but he just makes it impossible to like him. Like he has a tremendous amount of heart, but he can just be the most miserable person on the face of the earth. He can just make it so hard to like him that, you know, I think that's been most of his life. And I think, you know, the journey for Scott in season 2 is to find himself, you know, is to really figure out who he is.
I think one of the ways in which we see both the good intentions and the difficulty is the dynamic with Connie and Ernie.
Yes.
So is there more of that in season 2? I know she's in at Lodge 1 right now, but is there more of a push and pull?
There is. Scott feels he has a duty. I mean, there are people in this life that feel far more comfortable when they impose a set of restrictions on themselves. And so Scott has some very definite rules for his life and how to live it, and that gives him purpose. So yes, so what Scott will always see himself as the knight coming to the rescue, you know.
Are there any dynamics that are new or different from season 1 that you're most looking forward to in season 2?
I think the without trying to give too much away, Scott finally starts to let some people in.
Oh, good.
And so for Scott in season 2, a lot of the walls, not necessarily by choice, but a lot of the walls sort of come crumbling down, and he opens himself up to help.
Now, finally, I've heard a lot of people say that what's more important than the events of Lodge 49 is kind of the vibe that it gives off. Mm-hmm. So what's the vibe that you get from the show?
You know,
I mean,
life is a journey, right? And so life doesn't always play itself out like a screenplay. There aren't 3 acts. There aren't, you know, a journey is what it is. A journey is where life takes you, where you allow yourself to go. And I think what makes this show so hard to describe is that is different for everybody. You know, it's not just where everybody has a much different way of looking at life. Everybody has a much different way of living life. Everybody has a much different set of what they want for themselves and what they want for others. And so, but what everybody has in common, what everybody wants, is a sense of community, a sense of wanting to belong somewhere, right? And that's what these lodges are. They're these little communities where everybody can come together and be a part of something, and feel safe, and feel like they're moving forward, and feel like they're a part of something bigger than themselves.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Bye.